Welcome back to my kitchen. So glad you made it. Today I'm going to do a quick weeknight meal and we're going to have a Caesar salad with some shrimp on the top. Very simple dressing, pull it together and serve it up. One of the things that I'd like to say though is that I'm really enjoying doing these little videos and this is new to me. So this is all my new YouTube journey. So if you're liking it, click the like button. If you want to connect with me, let me know what you think's working and what's not working. I'd just like to say that we're going to try to have a video every week with something new. If there's something you want to learn how to cook or something's not working for you, then send me a question. I'll see if I can get it answered for you. So here's our ingredients for our Caesar salad. Caesar salad is normally a vinaigrette-based dressing. Many times they would add an egg to it, a raw egg to it, to give it some viscosity, to some thickness, so that it could adhere to the lettuce. I don't use a raw egg in mine, just because I don't. A lot of people don't like raw egg. I don't care for raw egg myself. So it is a very basic vinaigrette. Once we combine all the ingredients for the vinaigrette, if you want it to be a creamy Caesar, as we're going to make today, we will add mayonnaise. Just a regular mayonnaise that you get out of your jar in the fridge. But I'll review the ingredients real quick. We have good olive oil, 1 cup. Normally I do a 2/3 cup, 1/3 cup acid. With the Caesar, I want it to have a little more olive oil. So I'm going to add 1 cup of good olive oil. Then we're going to have 1/3 cup of acid, and this is apple cider vinegar. You can use whatever you want. You can use lemon, you can use white wine vinegar. Then we have 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and I have to measure it out because I do 10 splashes, and 10 splashes comes out to approximately 2 tablespoons. 1 anchovy. Yes, I do add the anchovy. I really like how it gives it a good depth of flavor. Then in here we have 1 tablespoon of Tabasco style hot sauce, 1 teaspoon of Dijon, 1 fresh pressed garlic clove, and of course fresh grated Parmesan. And we need to make sure that it's freshly grated, so that it'll help be creamy. If you use it already grated, it's going to be dry and it's not going to help with the creaminess of it. So if you were not to have a creamy dressing, this would be your ingredients, and you would put it all together, whisk it up really good, and have your good vinaigrette Caesar. Of course, we have croutons ready to go with it. So, but since we're doing a creamy, I've got 1/4 cup of mayonnaise in here. We are going to add our olive oil in here. And I'm hoping I'm not going to make a huge mess out of all this in a minute when I blend it all together with my immersion blender. Our acid, our Worcestershire, and our anchovy going in. And you could use anchovy paste if you want, but I always like the whole anchovies. And then our Tabasco, our Dijon, and our garlic. And then I'm going to add, and this is approximately 1/4 cup of grated parm. If you want, you can powder it or make it the smallest you can get it. Of course, we're going to add our kosher salt, a good pinch, and our fresh ground black pepper. Now you can bump it up some more and add a few more little seasonings to it, but this is pretty much the basic. That's probably a good 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. So we'll have that to go, ready to go. So then I'm going to stir this up a little bit. And then I'm going to take my immersion blender to it so that it will blend it, whip it, and emulse it all down at once. And hopefully we won't have a huge mess on our hands. This is an immersion blender. As you can see, you can get them at the Walmart or wherever. They're not very expensive, but I do keep one in the cabinet and I do use it a lot. Mine has two settings, a low and a high, and I'm going to do the low. Put it down in the bottom. Make sure that you have a nice deep bowl so that when it whizzes, it doesn't go flying off everywhere. And this is another reason why we wear an apron in the kitchen. Here we go. Whipped up. It's nice and creamy. The thing is that this is where you would go at this time to taste it to see if you want to make some adjustments. Do you want it spicy, or do you want it garlicky? Do you want it peppery? This is where you get to make your adjustments and make it your own. But it's all nice and really smooth and very, very creamy. So this is a salad. Here's our salad lettuce and our croutons. And we're going to put all this together once our shrimp's done. What I have right here is just some large to colossal size previously frozen shrimp. And they were already shelled, deveined, so they were pretty much ready to go. They're black tiger shrimp, and they're in the bag. In the freezer section is where you can get them. So I'm going to make 2 salads. So I'm thinking 4 pieces of shrimp per salad is probably plenty. I'm going to add my olive oil to the bottom of the pan and turn this on a medium-high heat just to get it going. Now shrimp cooks very, very fast. So we're talking 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side. Nice and hot griddled. They're going to come together real fast. And we like our shrimp to be a little bit spicy. So I'm going to add to the shrimp a little bit of seasoning salt with some chili flakes. This is a basic Cajun seasoning salt. So I'm not going to add any salt or pepper to the shrimp because we have already lots of salt and the cayenne and in the red pepper flakes. I'm going to wait a few minutes and let this heat up. Alright, it looks like it's getting pretty warm now. Yep. Some people say wait till it smokes or it shimmers. I just hold my hand if I can feel the heat off the middle of the skillet, then I'm good. And I've added my seasoning blend to it. And I have a lemon here. So I always put mine in clockwise. Put the seasoning up first, put that in the middle. That way you can remember, when I put them in clockwise, I can remember which one I put in first. So then I know which one gets turned first. And shrimp will start to curl when it starts turning. Turn my fire down a little bit. And see, they're already starting to turn white and they're starting to curl. Sprinkle some of this lemon juice on them. There we go. And see, you can see they're almost halfway done. If I pick it up, this was the one we put in first, and look how he's starting to curl. He needs to be flipped. Flip him there. Come on around. Flip this one. Come on around. Flip this one. Slowly on around. See how quick they fry up? Oh, they're so fast. You could do this with butter and garlic. It's wonderful. There we go. And let them sit there a minute. I'm going to turn off my flame. They'll continue to cook and they'll be ready to go on the salad. So let's assemble our salad. We're ready to go. We've got our shrimp. We have our romaine lettuce. This is just an Italian blend. It's got some radicchio in it, and I always go through and pull it apart. If I find any really big pieces, I break it up so it'll be more bite size. We've got our dressing, our creamy Caesar ready to go. So most important with Caesar is we want to put our croutons on first. So I'm going to add, and we like our croutons big. Huge, big, gigantic croutons. They're almost like little toastettes. Okay? Because I want to make sure that these croutons are coated well with the dressing. So then comes the dressing. And we're going to add lots. Every crouton's going to get a douse. And if I had a big bowl of this, I'd probably use almost all of this. Then we're going to douse it up really well. And then we're going to toss it really well. So every leaf is coated. Okay, there we go. And it is nice and coated. You can add less, you can add more. It's just whatever you want. Okay, so then this goes on the plate. Here we go. Nice big plate. And we're going to stack it up nice and tall so it looks really pretty. With our croutons all over. And this is about half a bag of lettuce for one serving. Because this is a dinner meal. This is all you're going to get tonight. So eat up. Here we go. And then we're going to come back. Add our shrimp right on the top. So it looks nice, you know. They always say we eat with our eyes first. I'm going to go ahead and put another one right here. That's a lot. Now we're going to add some parm. Nice big strips of parm all over it. Line it up so it looks nice and pretty. And maybe, so there we are. Caesar salad with sauteed shrimp ready to go. Yum! Gracie's ready to eat. And in the meantime, enjoy. Have a nice evening. See you next time. Just a quick note on our dressing is that this will keep. So you can make a double batch and put it in the refrigerator and keep it. And I promise you, it won't last 2 weeks because it will be gone. Everybody will eat it. They love to dip the croutons straight in the dressing and eat it like a dip. But just make sure you have a nice airtight container. Pour it in, seal it up, and off to the refrigerator it goes. And it will be ready for whenever you want to use it. It also makes a great marinade if you wanted to do a marinade on a chicken breast or something. So it's very versatile. Anyway, there we go. Creamy Caesar dressing.